Mary Shelley's Frankenstein is a timeless novel that examines ambition, creation, humanity, and the consequences of scientific discovery.
Detailed plot summary. Frankenstein is a Gothic novel that tells the tragic story of Victor Frankenstein, a brilliant young scientist from Geneva who becomes obsessed with discovering the secret of creating life. While studying at a university in Germany, Victor collects body parts from graves and laboratories and succeeds in bringing a human-like creature to life. However, the creature's frightening appearance horrifies him, and he abandons it immediately. Left alone, the creature struggles to survive in a world that rejects him because of his appearance. He secretly observes the de Lacy family and learns to speak, read and understand human emotions. He longs for love and acceptance but is repeatedly treated with fear and violence. When he finally reveals himself to the de Lacys, they reject him, leaving him heartbroken and angry. The creature confronts Victor and tells him his tragic story. He argues that he became violent only because society denied him kindness and companionship. He asks Victor to create a female companion so that they can live peacefully away from humanity. Victor initially agrees but later destroys the unfinished female creature, fearing that they might produce a race of monsters. Enraged by Victor's betrayal, the creature vows revenge. He murders Victor's closest friend, Henry Clerval, and later kills Victor's bride, Elizabeth Lavenza, on their wedding night. Earlier, he had also murdered Victor's younger brother, William, causing the innocent Justine Moritz to be wrongly executed. Devastated by these losses, Victor dedicates his life to pursuing the creature across Europe and into the Arctic. The story is framed through the letters of explorer Robert Walton, who rescues the exhausted Victor from the ice. Before Victor dies, he warns Walton against dangerous ambition. After Victor's death, the creature appears, expressing deep sorrow and guilt. He declares that he has lost his only connection to humanity and plans to end his own life by disappearing into the Arctic wilderness. Major characters. 1. Victor Frankenstein, the ambitious scientist whose obsession with creating life leads to tragedy. 2. The creature, Frankenstein's monster, Victor's intelligent but lonely creation, rejected because of his appearance. 3. Robert Walton, an Arctic explorer whose letters frame the novel and parallel Victor's ambition. 4. Elizabeth Lavenza, Victor's loving fiancée and later wife, who becomes one of the creature's victims. 5. Henry Clerval, Victor's loyal and kind-hearted best friend. 6. Alphonse Frankenstein, Victor's caring father. 7. William Frankenstein, Victor's young brother, murdered by the creature. 8. Justine Moritz, a servant falsely accused and executed for William's murder. 9. The de Lacy family, de Lacy, Felix, Agatha, and Safi, a compassionate family whom the creature secretly observes and from whom he learns language and human values. Main themes. 1. The dangers of uncontrolled ambition. Victor's desire to achieve scientific greatness blinds him to the moral consequences of his actions, leading to suffering and destruction. 2. Responsibility and the creator's duty. The novel emphasizes that creators must take responsibility for what they create. Victor's refusal to care for the creature causes the tragedy. 3. Isolation and loneliness. Both Victor and the creature experience deep isolation. Their loneliness contributes to despair, revenge, and destruction. 4. Appearance versus reality. The creature is judged solely by his terrifying appearance, despite possessing intelligence, sensitivity, and a desire for kindness. Shelley criticizes society's tendency to judge by outward appearance. 5. Nature and the sublime. Natural landscapes provide moments of comfort and reflection for Victor. Shelley contrasts the beauty of nature with the destructive consequences of human pride and unchecked scientific ambition. Conclusion. Frankenstein is one of the earliest and most influential science fiction novels, as well as a masterpiece of Gothic literature. Through the tragic relationship between Victor Frankenstein and his creation, Mary Shelley explores ambition, scientific ethics, responsibility, prejudice, and the human need for love and acceptance. The novel remains highly relevant because it raises timeless questions about the limits of scientific progress and the moral responsibilities that accompany knowledge.